How much fuel does the qualifying have?
What's up, everyone? Guardian Gavin here.
10 liters?
Today we're doing
enough
a
for like
3-hour
what, 2 or
endurance
3?
race.
2 or 3
We're
laps?
racing on Okayama's full circuit
Enough for 3
track.
laps.
We're driving in the Porsche 911
And a little bit so that
GT3R,
you can get back to
and
the
I'm
pits.
racing with full force
alright.
Gremlins. My teammate,
Yeah,
his
they
name is
don't throw in
Mohammed.
a
You'll
lot,
hear
but
me
it
talk
makes the
about
cars
him
as
a lot.
light as possible. So
He was really helpful. He's super experienced in sim racing, and just a super nice guy overall. Right here, he's actually
Full
qualifying
force
for
Gremlin
us.
member here.
And
All the best for the
basically,
race.
I'm
Thanks, man.
gonna
It's my
try
very
and not
first
talk
one.
as much in this
We're
video
I'm
and
kind
just,
of
let
crashing
the
out,
stream
bro.
kinda
Tweaking
play.
out. I'm
But
scared.
on times when I do swap to the more cinematic
Alright.
style of video, I do take over talking. So I'm trying to change it up a little bit though. But all right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
132.10.
A 132, dude. You can totally beat that.
The leader's just
nah,
done
it's
a
the first lap. The second lap is always
131.94.
faster.
121.94. Is that what he said? No. What was it?
131.
131.
The leader has just done a 131.85.
Damn. You can beat that. You got
The
that.
leader has just done a 131.29.
Oh my god. This is 3 seconds faster than my normal laps.
That's pole.
Thanks, Tommy. That's pole? That's pole? So what I normally do is I'll record a race, and then basically until like Tuesday of the next week, I'm like editing it and trying to get it ready to post.
Oh, of course, yeah.
This week's
You
a
should do more,
little
right?
different. I should do more
Like
racing.
content.
Oh my god, bro. No, wait. Do you know who Formula Futz is?
Formula fucking who?
Formula Futz, bro. He's a YouTuber. He's super cool. If you never heard of him, you should go check him out. He's like my favorite iRacing YouTuber. Bro, he's in my chat right now.
Yes.
Oh, what a nice guy.
I know.
started
Dude, that's
fangirling
so
over
sick.
Another grown
The
man.
I'm
sorry, I
just
thought
decreasing.
just
It's
going
now
on
92
that I
Fahrenheit.
watch on my phone.
What's up,
on
man?
my TV.
Welcome to
my
the
I'm
brother.
channel.
disappointed to
You
learn
know?
that you're not the one driving.
I'm not.
Incident
But at the
in
same
the
time-
head.
Nah, bro, he
Looks
knows.
like it's
How many of
Moza.
you out there
Nah, he
can
knows.
say
Oh,
that
could
your
BMW.
favorite YouTuber has come into your chat and
We all
said
make-
Welcome to the
something
channel. You know, we're just
So,
chilling.
you know,
I'm not
let's just
racing
put
yet.
that in perspective.
And to be honest,
But,
we need a win,
literally
boys.
for
Nothing.
the
Nah,
next,
man.
I don't know,
Nah, these guys are racing
45
so
minutes,
fast. So
you know, I'm just sitting here.
my fastest
blazing
lap
Formula Futz. If you
is a
haven't checked this man out,
134.
I would
You know,
definitely.
fuck all the
I'm gonna
extra
leave
shit, but
his
134.
link down in the
If you look
video
at the
description as well,
standings, you can kind of
because
see them.
I can't
These guys
hang it.
are at 130.
Pit lane speed limit is
We're going to skip to the part
miles per
everyone
hour.
came to see.
Activate limiter.
Thanks, man. I
I hope-
appreciate it. I'm scared.
It's me in the driver's seat now. Formula Futz has just told me, good luck, man.
know.
It's all about
Box in
survival.
5, 4,
Man, did he hit the nail on the head.
3, 2.
I didn't know when you race in a double your iRating
Box now.
split, it doesn't turn into a, wow, this is going to be so much fun kind of race. Because iRating is not a magical number
1 gallon
iRacing developers just made up. It's a signed contract. It's a contract to slaughter all those with lower iRating.
Alright, buddy, good luck.
I
Okay,
grabbed my
take it
wheel all
easy.
excited, my eyes full of hope. My teammate was able to get an incredible stint in, securing a second position thanks to his qualifying lap,
How long is
and
the
on
pit?
top of that, him just being able to
It's at
stay
30
on the
seconds right
track
now.
the entire time. And to be completely
Does it
honest,
say how
I
long you got
was
left?
really
No,
nervous.
it's counting
This
up.
was my very, very first endurance race. So
okay, I
you
think I'm
can
good.
kind of see my nerves
Alright.
take a toll here
You've been
in
first
this in this
here?
lap.
Damn.
I'm wished best of luck by
There's traffic
Tommy.
approaching. Watch
He's
your
in
mirrors.
Full Force
P3,
Gremlins, which is
cold
the
tires
team I'm
all
racing
around.
with. And to be honest, I'm gonna need it.
The car in front of us is sketchy. Ruslan, car number 28, B license, and their rating is 1.2.
Take it easy, man. Let the guy behind you pass.
Car right.
He's being a cunt.
Right side's clear. Okay, Gavin, your refuel window will open on lap 73, and it should close on lap 88. The guy in front is a lap behind.
Oh my god, no way.
It's okay, just bring it back around.
Bro, there's no shot.
Alright, you can move. Stand still, stand still. You can move now. And go.
Alright, Gavin, the next car is Sun, car number 25, B license, and their rating is 1.2.
Don't worry about it, man. Is the car fine to drive?
Yeah. I mean, it feels fine. I don't think I actually tapped it.
You hear me say, I don't think I actually tapped it. I was talking about the wall. And then you can see from like the angles, no, I definitely tapped that wall. My whole front bumper is just bent in. So coming off a first lap, the second to last turn, I got onto the throttle way too fast and ultimately ended up sending myself into the wall, which is something I did a lot in practice. Sadly, towards the end of practice, I was able to get that under control, but like Muhammad, my teammate, said multiple times, when you build bad habits, it's really hard to break them. So my muscle memory kind of just kicked in right there, and I thought I could get on the throttle a lot faster. Right here into this turn, there was actually a car on my inside, and I didn't brake in time. That's something that I have to work on, is, to be completely honest, when I'm racing, I don't want to hit anyone else, and it kind of bites me in the ass all the times. Like right there, I almost went into the gravel. I don't think I actually ended up catching off track for that, because not all four of my tires actually touched the gravel, but you know, when there's cars around me, I really just don't know how to drive. I don't want to drive too defensively and get sent out of the race anyways. Muhammad also taught me that even if somebody's in the way of your braking point, or they're trying to get in the way of your braking point, you should still brake. You should expect them to brake on time, because if you're in front of somebody, if you don't brake on time, you end up throwing that corner away, and if you... that's basically it. Yeah, if you don't brake on time, you end up throwing that corner away. If they don't brake in time because you're in front of them and they try and still hit their braking point, you're gonna get sent out of the race anyway. So either way, you lose. So you really just have to control the way that you drive. That's something. It sounds honestly super basic, and I'm pretty upset that I didn't actually think of that. We're all here to learn, so to be completely honest, I'm just happy I met Muhammad and he was able to teach me basic stuff. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, just because I had a normal couple of laps. I was keeping my pace, I was hitting all of my braking points. At this point, I felt like I was doing a pretty good job. The only problem that I was having was that I was basically just giving up positions, because like I said, I don't really like to drive defensively, and on top of that, I'm just so far behind the pace that basically everyone is faster than me. I was in more than double my I rating in this split, and to be completely honest, it was super fun actually. even though I was giving up positions, I still felt like I myself was doing really well. I shaved off during practice with Muhammad. I shaved off 40 seconds from my average lap time, and it became my fastest lap was basically my average lap time. I was actually really happy with that. And again, anytime you really see anybody get kind of close to me, I basically just like brain dump all of the racing knowledge I have, and I kind of just let them take over. I just let them pass because I can't keep up with them. There's no point in me trying to fight when I'm going to lose the position probably in like the next corner. Keep an eye on this Mustang, because this Mustang actually ends up kind of fucking me over a little bit, and I believe it's this lap. He starts flashing at me, and he's a lapped car, by the way. He's down like 8 laps, so I probably should have let him pass me, but I didn't know. I wasn't really paying attention to my track map. So there he goes, he starts flashing me, and then right here, it looks like I run into him, but I promise I did not. I don't know why it looks that bad. I'm gonna show it from my perspective as well, but yeah, it was pretty good. A little bit of backstory: that Mustang was in, I believe, 3rd or 4th position at the beginning of the race. Him and Muhammad were basically racing each other, and Muhammad gapped him, took him straight to Gapplebee's, and I guess he was pretty upset when he noticed that there was a slower driver in the seat. He decided he was going to get back. I asked everybody in my chat if that was my fault, and I was told no, it wasn't. As you saw from my perspective, I was literally just taking my normal race line. Now, it could have been my fault because I didn't notice him, but in my cockpit at the time, it really felt like he hooked his wheel to the right to slam me, you know? But yeah, no such thing as racing without trading paint, I guess. So no hard feelings. I was very overstimulated at the time. I started tweaking out my chat. That's another thing I can talk about. So you see that I go off right there, and it's because of exactly what I said. There was a car going to the inside, and again, I brain dumped all of the practice that I did with Muhammad. So basically, I just completely forgot that I should still try and go for the racing line, which ended up having me go into the gravel. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that if you've ever seen me stream, I'm not normally this quiet. Normally, even if I'm doing the official iRacing races, I will still sit there and talk to chat, hang out, you know, I'm a normal dude. But for some reason, for this endurance race, I was locked in beyond belief, and I couldn't focus on anything other than trying to keep my line, not go off track, and make sure that I didn't accidentally ruin somebody else's race. This lap was actually super fun for me. So the BMW behind, we're actually fighting for position. And for most of the lap, you're actually going to see me drive the most defensive I ever have in the entire time of me playing iRacing, which is super fun. He tries to cut it into the inside here, so I kind of cut him off. He hits his brakes really hard for some reason. And then again, I believe he tries to shoot for the outside to set himself up for this straightaway. And then what ends up happening is he gets like right on my tail, and then he ends up just dropping the speed. Muhammad did tell me that when you're entering this hairpin, if you want to try and overtake somebody, you basically need to be side by side. But yeah, through the entire time that we're sitting here racing, he is just stomping on his brakes every time he gets close to me, but I'm just sticking to my racing line. Felt super proud of myself. Right there, he gives me a little love tap. I do get a little bit annoyed by it, but ultimately I just try to keep my head in the game and just keep racing. That does put us at 19 out of 25 incident points for DQ, and at 17 incident points you have to serve a drive-through penalty. So you do get 3 laps to serve the drive-through penalty, but on my next lap Muhammad tells me just pull through, drive-through, serve your lap, or serve your penalty, just so that way we can just get it over and done with and we're not losing more positions. I was pretty annoyed that I even got 19, because to be completely honest, at least when you're in, like when I was driving and if you watched the race, it felt like a lot of these incident points weren't really my fault, and it was very upsetting. Even my chat was telling me like, yeah, this is like none of these are your fault, it's just because you're slower than them and they don't know how to get around you. So it was a little disheartening, but ultimately a super fun race, and I had a blast.
P9.
So sadly, this is basically my final lap. Right here, going into turn 3 and 4, this car does not want to give up this apex, which would normally be fine, except for the fact that he cuts into my wheel.
Alright, buddy.
Completely spinning me around. I actually lose my wing, and on my next lap, on my next lap, I go to take that exact same corner again, and due to me not having rear downforce, I actually end up spinning out and causing myself to have to basically teleport back to the pits. So it was basically the end of my race, and by the end of all of it, we had 31 incident points, and 32 is disqualification. So I basically called it. That was the end of my stint. It was only about 30 minutes of driving, which was really upsetting. I felt like I was going to do a lot better, and I ended up just getting creamed by all of these super, well, not even super high I-raters, but, you know, higher than my I-rating. I just got absolutely demolished. I was bullied a lot for being slow, and honestly, it was a great learning experience. Shout out to Muhammad for even letting me race with him. Right here, I'm going in to go serve my drive-through penalty. I was totally wrong. It's 27 for a drive-through, 32 for DQ. I just kept throwing numbers around because that's what it is in the normal ones. But yeah, so I end up serving my drive-through, and then as I pull out of the pits, I go take the very first full turn, which is turn 3 and 4, and I end up spinning out and basically ending somebody else's races as well, which upset me a lot. It was, honestly, this was a lot of fun. Practicing with somebody that's better than you, I would honestly recommend it if you haven't done it before. I learned a lot about the car. I learned a lot about how to actually race. I learned a lot about racing theory. And it was ultimately just super fun. Muhammad's a super nice guy. He wasn't ever like rude to me about the fact that I didn't know. He already knew that I only had like 500 I rating, and he was still willing to race with me. An incredible guy. Honestly, probably the best teammate I could have asked for my very first endurance race. And to be completely honest, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you very much. I actually really appreciate it. This is the hardest that I've ever worked on any of my videos, with editing, scripting, and trying to find angles in iRacing, trying to learn the iRacing camera tool and all that, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun making them, and to be completely honest, I'm a terrible writer, and I also don't have any fluctuation in my voice, which makes it sound like I am uninterested the entire time. So thank you guys for watching.